cheers to another episode of the Weinnotes podcast. I'm your guide, AJ Weinzettel, on this journey of stories showcasing the people behind the wonderful world of wine, where we dive into conversations ranging from terroir, viticulture, to favorite music, superpowers, and more. Please enjoy this episode of the Weinnotes podcast.
Jessica, Paden, thank you so much for meeting with me today. The sun actually decided to come out, and
it's our pleasure. We're excited.
I'm excited too. I've had a little bit of interaction with you via email. Paden, first time. I'm really excited to.
Me too, man. Yeah.
To see how it all comes out.
Totally.
Yeah.
All right, us too.
Shall I pour us a little bit of wine?
Yeah, let's do it. Absolutely.
Right. Very nice. So, as I tell everybody, zero pressure. You know, if you don't want to say anything about it, you don't have to.
Okay.
If you want to, say whatever you want to.
Looks like it has a fair amount of carbonation to it.
A little bit of carbonation.
Way to ruin it for everybody.
I mean,
Sparkling wine.
yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers to the weather we're going to have for the next maybe 30 minutes.
It's Oregon spring. You just never know what's going to happen.
It's crazy. We've had a weird, it's been nuts.
Yeah, no, I picked up, so normally I pick up my daughter every day from school, and it seems like there's a pattern. Every day when I go to pick her up, it just starts to pour.
Right.
So yesterday I picked her up, we start driving. I actually got her in the car before it started raining, and then it started hailing, and then it started pouring.
Yep.
And I'm like, look, I picked you up right before it started pouring. And she's like, thanks. Can you do that again tomorrow?
Yeah. Totally.
Perfect timing.
Yes.
Tastes like bubbles to me.
Blanc de Blanc.
Tastes pretty dry too. But she's the bubbles queen. I'm not the I love bubbles, but she's going to be far better at guessing what this is than I will be, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
It's one of
fair.
those things, like, I don't make bubbles yet, so I like to, anything I like that I don't make, I try not to assert myself into that world quite yet.
I get it.
I think I might actually in the next couple of years. That's like, we'll see what happens, but I'll let her, I bet she's going to be the better guess. The pressure's all on you, honey.
Yeah, no, I always try to bring something that relates.
Yeah.
And I knew that you love bubbles.
How did you know?
It's
I don't know.
It's a common thing. Like, we walk into Hi-Fi and they're like, pop the bubbles, man.
Exactly.
Pop the bubbles.
You gotta have some bubbles.
Yeah, 100%.
They're delicious.
Yeah.
Yes.
These are nice, though. These are really great. I like them. There's a good amount of, there's great acidity, obviously. It tastes fairly dry to me. There might be some sugar left to maybe counterbalance it because there's a richness to it that's nice. But there's a ton of, flintiness and minerality, and there's, a little brioche nutty bite at the very end, which makes you think it's, not that it's oxidative, but, it tastes pretty young with, an older, richer style at the back.
Is it Champagne Method?
It is method champenois, yes.
Is it Oregon?
I don't know. You tell me.
I think it is Oregon because I think it's
too.
a little too pure, modern style to be old
It
world,
is.
but
It's kind of got that sweet and sour thing going on too. That's nice.
yeah. So my guess is Oregon, but
Okay.
I'm also playing the man a little bit too. So
That's fair.
I would say Oregon as well. And
Okay.
a Blanc de Blanc. It feels like Pinot Blanc a little bit, but I want to say it's probably not, but it's Chardonnay.
it's like Harper Voit bubbles.
I know.
It's your wine. You made it.
It could
Someone
be your
has
wine.
done that before to me.
Everyone has, yeah.
Because this could be, yeah.
I will say it is not your bubbles.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
Yes. No, I wouldn't do that. That would be too embarrassing if you
I was
You
like,
didn't
this
do it right.
sucks.
Yes.
I hate this a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't do that. But going on the bubbles front,
Yeah.
there has to be some sort of backstory, right? I mean, I saw the Instagram post for Approachment, and you're spraying wine onto him, and then a couple weeks later, I see that you're drinking some bubbles, and I assume you kind of tip her glass with bubbles. Is there kind of some sort of backstory about playing pranks with bubbles?
No, I just feel like with photography, it just is a good element
Okay.
because it's a mess.
It is a mess.
But I also we also drink a lot of bubbles in the
We
house
do.
because it's not wine that we make every day,
Right.
I guess.
Right.
I think
So
so. I think kind of the story, the way I think about it. But when we first started the idea of doing Approachment and doing a brand together, one of the things was, we are both winemakers and we have been trained very differently. And we both have opinions and an ego about some of the things that we like to do. And we're talking
Surprise
about
opinions.
it and kind of joking is this going to be an issue, because we might like combat each other pretty hard.
Right.
And one of the things that we were talking about is we wanted to have a label. We kind of wanted to play on that and just accept it and be like, maybe our story is, obviously we're married and we love each other and we're very happy, but it is going to be probably pretty frustrating at times for the both of us. So maybe we should just kind of just accept that and play on that and have it be a part of the brand and have it be kind of this like, she sucks and I suck too at sometimes, and we really frustrate each other and piss each other off, but like the product is always better for all of those things. And so I think one of the ideas we had was to spit wine on each other during a video or something, or have a wine label be like the super saturated contrast picture of both of us spitting wine on each other and calling it like Compromise or something like that. I don't know, we're still thinking about it. But anyway, that kind of led to like, well, I just want to spray you with bubbles.
Exactly.
And I was like, okay, fair enough. So we did that for the first photo shoot. And then I felt a little like, okay, well, payback's going to suck, And we were working on our next post, and Jess was like, everything needs to be a surprise. Like, we can't act too much. And I was like, okay.
I got you.
No worries.
Right.
So she's like, just take a photo of me drinking the bubbles. I was like, all right, fine. And then I kind of was like, oh, I have an idea. And I said it out loud. And Jess was like, oh, what is it? And I was like, it's a horrible idea.
Glass.
We won't do it. And then that's when that happened. So I think
great.
like kind of the backstory is we wanted to make fun of ourselves, be lighthearted about it, take a good prank, and also understand that like we're going to disagree on certain things. But when we made the first wine together, and we're going to make potentially 2 additional wines this year, we wanted it to be like, the decisions that we make together and the arguments or the criticisms that we have almost always make the wines better. And so we just kind of wanted to embrace that.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm going to dive a little bit into, your past and your work history. Then I'll dive a little bit into your past and your work history, and then we'll kind of bring it all together.
Totally. Sounds good.
Okay. So you worked a little bit with the Casteels. August 13th, 2016, Mimi Casteel is, working on your dress. And last year, she sold her vineyard to Drew Bledsoe and everything.
Yeah.
A lot of things are kind of changing in that direction in Oregon wine country. And like, did you have any sentiment or like feelings when Mimi's vineyard, got sold?
A little bit, but we know Mimi, so we know that she's up to some other adventure. So I'm happy for her, and know that she's going to continue to surprise us with her antics. So yeah, I mean, I totally understand that this is stressful business. So I was like, great for the stress relief of getting rid of your vineyard, but I know she'll do something super awesome.
Yeah, no, she will.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm happy for her.
Yeah, no, it's, and it's going to be interesting to see how Bledsoe Family Winery come in, and they're starting to do some tastings and stuff out there this summer. It sounds like.
Yeah, it's a cool property.
It is a very cool property, and to see what somebody else is going to do with it is going to be very interesting.
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely.
I'm excited for both of those things.
Yeah. And she married us.
Yeah.
And so we're really close with her, and I think it was I don't want to speak out of line with Mimi, but I think if she was here, she would say too, it was a very emotional time to have to let that go.
Right.
And at the end of the day, like, you got to do what's best for you and your family. And Mimi's gonna, no matter what she does, and she's probably one of the most intelligent people we've ever met, and certainly about one of the highest caliber viticulture people you could ever work with.
Right.
So whatever she does, she's gonna fall. She's gonna fall like straight on. She'll be fine.
Oh no, I totally agree, and I can't wait to see the next chapters. Of
Totally,
of
I think
what
there's
she
some
does.
really cool stuff coming along for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I totally agree. So you've been here at Harper Voit for a nice little period of time.
7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
And you have a ton of new tanks coming in, right?
Yes.
What is going on? Like, is Drew getting a bunch of extra consulting work, or you're like, no, we're just going to make a ton of
Some
Harper
of those
Voit?
tanks are approachments.
Nice.
Which is exciting. So yeah, we just have more people making more wine. People are growing, so the tanks are getting bigger and bigger. So that's exciting. But yeah, it's tanks forever.
That's awesome. Yeah. No, it was quite a truckload. I was like, holy cow.
Yeah.
That picture was a little deceiving though, because it looks like they lined up the truck against some other tanks that were like stationary. So there was like half that amount of tanks.
No, you got to take the credit.
Like 9.
You got to take the credit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We took in a lot of tanks.
You're growing a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's nice because the clients that we do have are getting their Chardonnay programs are bigger. Their Pinot Gris programs are bigger. So they started out with the little tanks, and now the tanks are just getting bigger. So it's exciting.
That is exciting.
Yeah.
Last summer, when I was sitting at this table with Drew, we were talking about, bubbles. And we were talking, I asked him, do you use Andrew Davis? And he's like, no, I use Andrew Albin. Mm-hmm. And it's just interesting how like the whole Oregon sparkling is growing and growing and growing. At the Oregon Chardonnay celebration, I asked the question to Andrew Davis, who was on the panel. I'm like, what would it take? What do you think it takes for Oregon to be known as a world-class sparkling producer? And he kind of gave an answer and whatnot, but I'm kind of curious. And if both of you want to answer, if you just want to answer, Jessica, it doesn't matter. I'm just kind of curious.
That's a tough question. I think we have the climate for it and we have the varieties for it.
I agree.
I don't know that we're on the map yet, so I think that's what we need to do is get on the map more for sparkling.
I agree.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that entails.
Well, and that's kind of the thing. I've been kind of trying to answer that question and trying to figure it out. One of the issues that I see is, the amount of sparkling that actually gets produced, is super small. If you're lucky, you get like 200 cases.
Right.
And that is not going to like pretty much leave Oregon at all.
So expensive to make it. It's not efficient.
Right.
You have to let it sit for 3 years in a bin. You have to pay for storage. It's kind of a pain in the ass.
It is a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
When you have champagne producers that are, kicking out like 400,000 cases a year. And it's like, what in that's just mind-boggling.
Right.
I think that, I guess, again, bubbles really aren't my world yet, but what I would say is, product placement, supply and demand is really big. And when you have houses, like you said, that are all they focus on, in the old world, just kicking out tons of champagne and tons of sparkling wine, they have distribution for it. They have a place in the market for it. They've locked in who they are as a brand and what they produce. And a lot of it's time. It's kind of also like, and I don't like necessarily comparing Oregon to Burgundy, but that comparison does exist.
Right.
And I think that if you look at where we're at currently with Oregon, Chardonnay, and Pinot, like if you look at it in the history of the wine world, we are so relatively new. I mean, we're shockingly great, but we're so new in comparison that we're always in some way or another going to play catch up just in comparison to the legacy and the longevity that the older world has had. And so when you have the same things like is with sparkling, I mean, relatively speaking, I mean, there's Argyle and, other brands that have been making Oregon sparkling for a long time. But, with the inception of Radiant Sparkling with Andrew Davis and then the Albans and, everyone else doing this, I mean, Andrew Davis has certainly kicked off a huge opportunity for everyone to do it.
Correct.
So I think we will get there eventually, but it took us a while to be as renowned as we are for what we do here for the varietals everyone knows us for. So Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, Pinot Gris. Now we have an opportunity, same varietals, but different perspective, different type of wine. And I think we'll get there, but I think it's time. And I think it's product placement. I think it's distribution. I think it's trying to get everyone to understand we now also do this exceptionally well. And potentially, you try a lot of Lytle Barnett, like with Andy Lytle. I mean, if you do a comparison, a blind tasting between some of the best champagnes and his,
right,
it's going to be hard.
It is
and
hard,
we've done those tastings with our peers, and it's shocking. Just like doing Chardonnay and Pinot in a blind tasting with the old world, it's shocking to see like how close things are. And so I think time. I hate to say it, but like time.
Right.
Gaining that product placement, gaining that marketing, gaining that business strategy to make sure that we really are, putting ourselves out there in the right way, in the consistent way, year after year after year. And I think we're about to hit, again, Jess said like it's a pain in the ass. And it is a long time. It's a long commitment,
Everything high end is
it's not just, 18 months in barrel or 12 months in barrel. It's, 3 years. And so
minimum.
If you're doing that, I think my projection would be, I just think like if you think about the 3-year mark, that means that in the next 2 or 3 years,
Right.
we're going to have more Oregon sparkling than we've ever had. And so a lot of it's just time, just waiting for that boom to happen. And I think like 2023, 2024, 2025, we're going to have a saturation of Oregon wines. And where those wines of Oregon sparkling wine, when that gets placed in the right hands,
Right.
I think we're very dangerous.
I think so too. And, you talked about Andy Lytle and his Lytle Barnett project.
Yeah.
He's also working on another project, Domaine Merriweather.
Yeah, totally.
And, once he actually gets that on, online and moving forward and, another facility for Andrew Davis, I mean, that's going to
be huge.
It is going to be
That's
huge.
going to be huge. I just spoke with him like last week, and his plan, I won't say what they are because I'll let him speak, but they're very exciting and big plans.
Yeah.
So it'll be big. Yeah.
No, I'm very anxious for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bubbles, more bubbles.
Even more. That's better.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, last question for you. Mm-hmm. You've had you're I would almost consider you more of a getting on the veteran side of the world in the wine world here in Oregon.
Wow.
But if you could choose any AVA and any varietal in Oregon, what would it be?
That's tough.
I know. I got put on the spot with that question. I had a podcast too, and I'm like,
I mean, every time people ask me the question about wine, I always choose bubbly.
Of course.
So I guess I would say Pinot Noir for sure.
Right.
Because it can be made in several ways. I also really love Pinot Gris, but I'll go with Pinot Noir because that's kind of my thing. AVA, I love Ribbon Ridge and I love Eola.
Yeah.
You gotta choose one.
Well, that's fair enough.
I change my mind though. Sometimes I like Yamhill Carlton.
There you go.
But right now I'm kind of an Eola kick and a Ribbon Ridge kick.
Yeah, no, I get it. I had to pick something totally completely off the wall.
Yeah.
And I went Eola, Amity, and Cabernet Sauvignon.
Cabernet.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Where can you find Cabernet that grows in Eola?
You can't.
Oh, they don't have to be the same.
No, they don't have to be the same.
Oh,
you could
duh.
pick anything.
Oh my gosh.
You have
I was
no.
just like, these things have to be together.
So
You're
it's
right.
not a varietal from that AVA.
Right.
Oh.
It could be anything.
Okay, gotcha.
Anything.
I'm stuck in Oregon brain.
Got it.
It's okay.
Okay, varietal. I would still pick Pinot Noir.
Okay. Yeah. No, I had to go off the wall. And
Yeah,
be like,
I feel like that was my
Why?
first
Yeah.
love. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
sticking to it.
I was kind of hoping you'd be like Zinfandel. And I was like, what?
I do care about Zinfandel.
No, you don't. Don't act like you care about Zinfandel.
I do.
No, never seen you drink a Zin in your entire life. It's ridiculous.
We have some Ridge Zins that I like.
It's not the majority. Anyway.
Okay. All right. Now on to you a little bit. So you've, I don't know a whole lot about you, right? I know that, you've worked with Isabelle, at Lavinia, and we talked, while I was setting up, helped her with O'Bain.
Yeah.
Just give me a little bit of a background, a little bit more about okay, let me back up just a teeny bit. How does a person who, has this music background and a passion and plays kick-ass guitar riffs end up in wine?
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know exactly how I got here either, but I don't know. I mean, I learned how to play guitar from my father when I was 6 years old, and it was my favorite thing to do. And we did that together for a number of years, and then I just kept going and going and going with it. And then eventually, when I was about 13, I decided that I wanted to be a musician more than anything in the world, and that my dream school, so my dad went to Duke, and for the longest time, my dream school was Duke, just because my father went there.
Of course.
And then when I was 13, I remember telling him, hey, I don't want to offend you, but I want to go to Berklee College of Music. That's like in Boston. That's my dream. And he was like, I'm super not offended. And I was like, all right, I'm just checking. I'm not going to be a basketball player and go to Duke, just so you know. So anyway, I just worked my ass off for years. And then by 17, I was accepted. And I went there for about 2 years. And in the kind of in the intermediate times, like in the summer and stuff, I would work at Natalie's Estate Winery, which was literally a stone's throw away from our house. So I would just work there to make money through the summer. Boston's quite expensive, especially where Berkeley's located in Back Bay. And I would just use that as money to have fun during the time that I was there.
Right.
And I always liked being in the cellar. I always liked doing things. I also worked these hospitality events where I'd pour wine, and being that I was right next to that vineyard, and my parents loved wine so much. My dad used to be a chef in Austin, so wine and food was always a thing. It was always, we have food, we have a great meal, and we always have great wine to go with the food. So I think it was kind of instilled in me. And then I remember the phone call. I called my dad when I was at Berkeley, and things were going really well. And I had my major was in winemaking, there you go, and songwriting, kind of similar, and then music business. And things were going great. I just won a songwriting competition and performed on the same stage as like John Mayer and David Bowie and Aerosmith and like all these heroes. And I just things were perfect, but I just was not super happy about the idea of having to sell my music. And so it was very personal to me. And so I called my dad and I was like, I know this is a really expensive college and you're giving me a really great opportunity here, but I don't think that I want to do this with the rest of my life. So he's like, no worries. And I was on a plane within a week and took off from Boston, came back home. And during that period of time, I gave it one more shot and I recorded just like a few songs. I also worked at a music production studio recording indie artists and worked with Kings Leon a couple of times and just did all this stuff and just trying to make sure that before I fully exit the world, that it's not what I want to do. And during that time, I continued to work in the wine business. And it's kind of when I realized, oh man, I really love being in the cellar. I worked a couple of harvests. It's like, small. This is like a 1,500 case facility. So it's very different than what I do now. But it was a great introduction. And it was like me basically understanding my biggest problem with music was I couldn't exactly sell. I wasn't comfortable selling that product that I was producing. But with wine, I was really good at selling it. And I really enjoyed it. And I loved the whole process of making it, putting it to bottle, and then being a part of selling it. And the whole thing was kind of like what I was missing from music. And it just kind of clicked. And then from there, I went to Stoller to work in hospitality to make sure that I could fulfill the problem of making, literally telling myself, if I can't sell music, why is it going to be different with wine? So I went there, had a great experience, went to Penarash, worked harvest in 2010, and that was it for me. I mean, Lynn Penarash just kicked, she just beat me up. Along with Brian Irvine, who still to this day is probably one of the greatest early mentors I had, because he just took nothing from a 21-year-old kid and just whipped me into shape. And I loved it. I loved every minute of it. And then shortly thereafter, I did harvest in Sonoma. I graduated from the Chemeketa winemaking program, which was the 2-year, fully focused on wine science and fermentations. And I was lucky because that was the year all the old OSU instructors left. All the OGs left, and they came to that program. And I was like, well, I've already wasted 2 years at one of the finest schools of music. It's very expensive. I might as well just go focus with these guys. And then that just propelled me into the world. And I just made a lot of great connections and got really, really lucky.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
When you talk to Andy Lytle and you talk about Oregon Chardonnay, in Andy Lytle's eyes, and I don't disagree. Isabelle is the reason Oregon is on the map for Chardonnay.
100%. Yeah.
Oh, what things did you learn from Isabelle that was, or I mean, I know there's several things, but was there something that was over the top?
Yeah, I mean, everything she does is over the top. Her talent is just insane. I mean, she's remarkable. I mean, she's probably one of the. Yeah, I mean, you said it correctly. It's the primary reason why Oregon Chardonnay is in the style it's at now these days, and kind of where it's at on the marketplace. And before I worked for her, I worked at DuPont Winery, kind of as this Swiss Army knife. I was kind of half cellar assistant to Suzanne Baldwin and to Isabelle Detart, and then half in the tasting room. And then, of course, when harvest comes, it's full-blown, just 100% an assistant to both of them. And I was introduced to Veronique Drouin via Isabelle Detart, which that's Isabelle Detart's mentor, is Veronique Drouin. So I kind of started to become very interested in Chardonnay. And then I ended up getting the Isabelle Meunier assistant winemaker, ending as associate winemaker after a 3 or 4 year period with Isabelle. And I mean, from the very get-go, I didn't really respect or understand Chardonnay the way that I do now.
Right.
And it's definitely a tough question to answer, but I would say like, she is my mentor 100%. Like I would not be where I am today if it was not for her. I mean, she gave me everything. She had my back the entire time. And she just saw potential and expanded upon it. But I think that the biggest thing I ever learned from her was you always make wine for yourself and not for critics. And actually, when I left to go take the head winemaking position at Fela in Oregon, I gave her a knife with like a custom, that phrase that she had said to me on the knife.
Right.
And we talked about that, a few weeks back. And she's like, it is one of the most, it's certainly not the biggest important thing that I learned from making wine, but it's this thing you have to remember that when you are put into a spotlight or you are put into a role where the decisions are all on you, if you start thinking about what everyone else thinks, you're not going to make the best gut decision you possibly can. You have to think about all of your knowledge, all of your training, just all your instincts. And if you trust those and you have the right instincts and you've been trained well, you will make the best wine you possibly can. And the second you start thinking about kind of the background noise and what that will get scored or what people will think, you might lose that window of opportunity. So that would probably be the biggest thing. But Chardonnay, like the first year with Chardonnay with her was, I was there for Pinot. I was like, Chardonnay, whatever. And then I tried her Chardonnays, and then we made Chardonnay together, and I was just lost my mind. I was like, I don't care about anything else in the world. I only care about Chardonnay. It's all I care about. It's all I care about. It's all I care about. And it's a marathon of a wine. Like Pinot Noir is a sprint. It's like you're making all of the biggest decisions you possibly can right then and there in that 3 to 4 week window of growing fruit and harvesting. And Chardonnay is this thing that's just, you're chipping away at it. Are you stirring? Are you not stirring? Are you topping with lees? Are you being reductive? Are you being oxidative? Are you adding sulfur to the pan? Are you not adding sulfur to the pan? When are you picking? Are you choosing your parameters correctly based on mouthfeel, or will you develop those mouthfeels later? Like what kind of oak are you using? Are you élevaging it in tank? Like all these decisions, and all those decisions, they happen from when you pick it all the way until when you put it to bottle.
Right.
And I love to make Chardonnay in 18-month sections. So I over-vintage my Chardonnay just like I would Pinot. And that's a very long marathon. And it's just all these little calculated decisions. And so, sorry, I feel like I rambled about her too much, but I love my time with her so much. There's so much I could say about it. But my answer would be like learning that it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Right.
And learning that instincts are the most important thing you possess. Those are probably the biggest things.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh.
And now you make really good Chardonnay.
I try.
How did you end up in the Tesla plant back in 2018?
What? You do
stalker.
You do research. Holy crap. So one of my closest friends, Harry Boyd, shout out to Harry Boyd. He's a childhood friend, and Harry had this very uncanny way of just getting jobs that I don't know how he wouldn't be offended by me saying this, but he had no skill set or credibility for the job. But he has one of the best. He'll do anything. And he has one of the best work ethics ever. And he got this job at the very first gigafactory in Reno, just outside of Reno, Nevada. And he invited me out when it was still being like built. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say too much more, but I actually had to sign like 4 or 5 different NDAs, and I had to not talk about it to anyone. So I won't say what I saw during that stage.
Well, no.
But what I will say is it was an awesome experience.
Right.
And it was all because of a friend. And I came back and I told Jess, I was like, we should probably get a Tesla at some point. And now we have one. But yeah, that's how that happened. Just a friend connection. Yeah, I didn't work there or anything.
Well, I was just curious. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Music, wine, Tesla.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I got to see Elon's office there. It was pretty crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it was cool.
So there's Dion Vineyard. The husband team. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Sorry, I can't. But he used to work at Tesla.
Oh, nice.
No. I'm sorry. At SpaceX.
Oh.
And
that's even cooler.
Yeah, that was a very interesting conversation.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
All right, so what made y'all decide to make a wine together, right? You've already kind of talked about like you have totally polar opposite opinions on some things, and now you decide to like make something together. I mean, that almost sounds like maybe a recipe for disaster.
It probably is. But that was the first reason, is because we do have polar opposite. And we also kind of just want to play with other things that we don't do during our day jobs.
Right.
So that's why we're like, Pinot Gris would be fun, maybe Syrah, maybe Gamay, maybe Grenache. So we had all these ideas. And we've kind of been around the block a little bit.
Right.
So we're like, we could do this.
You could totally do it.
So that's kind of the gist of it, but Paden probably has some more detailed information.
No, I think that's a great way of putting it. I mean, we do make, I think it's very obvious what we do for our respective positions, and we make, you know, high-end Pinot Noir and Chardonnay for the majority of our careers, and Pinot Gris. And yeah, I think we wanted to have the opportunity to just, I think that when you choose I think the other thing is we choose other varietals that are different, like Grenache, Gamay, Syrah, you know,
right.
Stuff like that. Skin contact Pinot Gris. You know, I think that it's actually more risky for us to want to make Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, because we don't have any experience individually with those other varietals, really. I mean, I do now with Fela because of the Gamay, but we don't really share this. We don't have the same knowledge base for those other varietals that we do with Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. So it's a way for us to both take what we've learned and use those different approaches to make different varietals neither of us have experience with. So it actually makes it like we do get frustrated with each other, but at the same time, there's such different varietals that we actually don't really have like a dogma about. Like we don't have a doctorate we're just following, you know, like we're using the skills and the tricks and tools that we have at our disposal that we've learned, but it makes it very exciting because when you make a new varietal, like we're looking to make Grenache, we're going to make Grenache this year from, is it the Oregon side or is it Washington side? Washington side. And we're going to get to be like, Jess will have her style that she can use to make suggestions, and then I can have my section of things to make suggestions, but that's what they all are. They're just suggestions because we don't have a proof of doing it before. Right. So it makes it a little bit like, you know, obviously we want to make the best wine we can. So we don't want to just be like, this is our experiment. If it doesn't work out, you know, still buy it. Like that's right. No, we want to make the best wine we possibly can. Of course. But I think when you work with different varietals, it makes the approach and like the tendency to want to experiment a lot more fun. Right. No, and like there's multiple things that I can see. Right. It was like so Tony Reinders at Tendril. I mean, he has his hands in everything in a bunch of different varieties because you want to exercise those other brain muscles and play and experiment. You know, I do the same thing, you know, with coding. I'm like, oh, this is a boring app. Let's do something different. Right. You know, so I get that. But I also, you know, bringing both of your all's knowledge bases together will probably even make your all's bond even stronger. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, the hope. Because I mean, you're working together and you're creating this whole new venture together. Yeah. It's wonderful. The only other person that I'm aware of that makes like a long skin contact Pinot Gris is Vincent.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Oh, there might be other people, but that's the only one that I can think of off the top of my head.
There's lots of other people.
Okay. There's a few, yeah. But
I need to get out there a little bit more, it sounds like.
I actually do too. I want to try everybody's.
It's a new market for sure. The skin contact Pinot Gris is 100% definitely, you know, Jessica's brainchild because she had made skin contact Pinot Gris with Drew for Antiquum. Yeah. And if you ever had that wine in the days that they made it, it was called a Rosa. And did they still make it?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. And it's a fascinating wine. And it's all about just choosing when you're going to press at what skin contact ratio you want. And it's so variable between each year, just based on how much sun you have, how much phenolics are going to change in the grape to everything.
And how much phenolics we want.
How much you want,
and how much color we want.
So it's such like, I mean, there are people that make wine in a recipe fashion, you know, but in general, winemaking is not a recipe. It's all, you have to be, you know, kind of constant in flux with things. But I think that when Jess wanted to do that wine, it was very much like, yeah, and this is your, like, I'll be there for anything you need me for, but like this is your thing. You can nail this. And it is, skin contact Pinot Gris is becoming this thing because it is a grape that will allow you to get great bronze, hue, color to it, and good extraction, but it's not a very thick-skinned grape at all. And so you have an opportunity to just grab the balanced amount of what phenolics you want in the wine versus what you don't want. And then based on your picking date, you can really retain a lot of that freshness of acidity that Pinot Gris is known for with high TAs and everything else. And so it's just, for Jess to do this was a really brilliant move, especially where I think the marketing is going right now. Like, I think we're going to see a lot more of skin contact wines in general, but Pinot Gris lends itself to be a very, very playful and malleable grape for
versatile.
that. Yeah.
And we want to make stuff that's like affordable.
Right.
That's
Easy to drink.
Who cares if you open it on Tuesday?
Yeah.
No big deal.
Throw it in a mason jar, float the river, go camping with it. Like, again, like, you know, we have some other thoughts for high end stuff later on with the project, but, you know, the approachment will always be, you know, different varietals than we're used to making with interesting tactics and really affordable and drinkable wines. The goal is to over deliver on quality and just under deliver on price. Like, we want it to be very affordable.
Access.
Yeah. No,
exactly.
I saw the Instagram post. I'm like, wait, what? Where did this come from?
You'd be surprised, like, how many people, every time we've gone to a shop and we've sold the wine or we've tasted the wine with people, they always are like, oh, and what are you selling it for? And we're like, $24. I'm like, what?
Give me 5 cases.
Like, you need to charge $30 to $40 for this. And we're like, absolutely not. Like, why are you? Also, you're buying this from us, so you should be happy with the $24 price point. But no, like, that's not the goal.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's good. I think it's going to be a great project for the two of you, and I can't wait to see it grow. And I was very excited to see it.
Thank you. Yeah, we're stoked about it. Super stoked about it.
Yeah, we're having fun.
Yeah. Totally.
So, as I was setting up, I gave you all some questions.
Yes.
Are you all ready for this?
Yep.
I feel like this might have more of a chance to make or break the marriage than making wine together.
I don't know.
All right.
So, each of you have 5 questions, and we'll go back and forth. And if if I ask a question and if it's the right answer that's been written down, you get a point. And then, at the end, there's the same question as a potential tiebreaker.
Okay.
But who wants to go first? Like, who wants to answer the question first?
I'll answer.
Okay. You want to answer? So I have to ask the question? Or you ask the question. Do I do it or you do it?
Okay, so I'll ask the question, right? All right. So, what is... let me see. Yeah. See, I had to think about this myself. I'm like, okay. All right. So this would be... Okay. What is the best present... And so this would be asking to Paden.
Okay.
What is the best present you ever gave Paden?
Oh. I think it's a knife.
That you gave him for Christmas. It's a Japanese knife.
Am I right?
Oh, wait, again, man. Like, it's really weird.
Yeah, that's my answer.
He just gave you the answer.
Oh.
That's your answer? It's not, unfortunately.
Oh.
Instagram lies, I'm sorry.
Ah, darn it. So what was the answer?
Okay, so your research is phenomenal because when I was writing down the answer, I was thinking like, oh, I love that knife, the Shun knife that she gave me for Christmas. But recently, in last Christmas, she bought me something else, which is very similar to the knife, but it's hex-clad pots and pans.
Oh, that was for your birthday.
Yeah, so she bought me a super amazing set of these like lifetime guarantee Gordon Ramsay like recommended pans. And they're super nice.
That would be nice.
They're amazing.
I would say that would be better than the knife.
Certainly a little bit more expensive.
I guess I like the knife better, but...
Well, that's fair. Everyone,
Yeah.
It's cool. I like the research, though. It's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
I try.
Yeah.
All right. Who now? This is so 0-0.
Okay.
Who is the best cook?
That would be me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
I got that one right, too.
Okay. Very nice. All right. So we were 1-0.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
You're the best person, though.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Yeah. You got to keep it light, You're like.
You're nice, I guess.
All right. If you were on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, who would be your phone a friend?
Me personally or him?
So you're on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Yeah.
And
You have to call someone.
You have to call someone to help you out with the question. Who would that person be?
Probably Car Biggerstaff.
Yes.
Is that what you said?
I said dad.
Oh.
Which is my dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're at 1-1.
Yeah, I think I did. Let me just double check. Dad.
Nice. Okay.
Good job.
So I thought of this next question, and I'm like, in a normal kind of relationship, there's like one person who was like, "Ooh, spider, help me kill it." But like both of you are pretty like outdoorsy, and like I'm like, I don't know this. So who is most likely? So this would be to you.
Okay.
Who is most likely to kill a spider?
Well, that's a weird one because I feel like that. I mean, whenever there's a spider in the shower, it like just like loses her mind. I feel like someone's geting murdered because she's just like, "Oh my god!"
Because
I have
there's
to
a
run in
spider
there. I'm like,
taking
"What's
a shower
going on?"
with
And
me.
she's like, "There's a spider," and it's like 4 feet above her. But I do think the person most likely to kill the spider. I mean, if Jess saw one, she'd probably kill it, or she'd ask me to kill it. So, I'll say.
See, again, it was an unfair question, right? Yeah.
I'm thinking that the person most likely to kill a spider between the two of us.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it might be me, honestly.
Okay.
That's what I said too.
Okay.
All right. 2-1.
Sorry, spiders.
Sorry.
Sorry, arachnids.
Okay. So I'm going to take a side little tangent, just a small one. So your King Charles Spaniel, Bowie. And this is just a general question. Who in the heck taught him to catch a Frisbee? And the reason I ask this, I have a King Charles Spaniel.
You do?
I do.
Oh my god.
And he is just like,
Yeah, tired.
right? He's like, I'm good. Go on.
Yeah.
So who taught him to like catch a Frisbee?
Probably Paden and Car Biggerstaff.
That would be me and my dad. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's athletic.
Yeah.
He looks very fit compared to my little guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he went everywhere with us when we first got him as a puppy. So I think he's just kind of like,
And hiking and camping.
yeah, hiking, camping. He's gone on a 13-mile backpacking trip with my friend and I, and it was Yoakum Ridge and Mount Hood, and it's a really hard hike. It's a really hard hike, and he did that next to a pit bull mix, and
Wow.
kept up. So he's just always been
That's
super.
awesome.
Likes to play.
Likes to play.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the question to you, who is he most likely to snuggle?
Me.
I said you as well.
Yeah.
All right. 2-2. It's coming down to the wire here.
And also, I'm looking back at my 2 answer, and I said her dad, not my dad.
Oh. He loses a point.
So I lose a point.
Oh.
Yeah, I said your dad.
Oh, interesting.
Should we tell your dad that you'd rather call my
No.
dad? So I want to be ultra honest.
Okay. Okay.
Fair about
okay.
this process.
All right. So 2-1.
Thanks for your honesty.
You're welcome. It's our foundation, sweetheart.
All right, Paden, if you were to go to jail, what crime did you commit?
What? Oh my God.
I mean, it could be jaywalking.
No, I'm
No.
unfortunately too much of a rule follower for that. I don't know. I would feel like it's probably like road rage. I get really frustrated when I drive.
Okay.
Would you choose like murder or something? Are you serious?
I'm glad I said murder.
Wow. Great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So you're 3-2. What is it?
It's still 2-1.
Oh, 2-1.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
2-1.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Murder. Jeez. That's great.
What is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Something chocolate based.
I mean, I have a lot of things to say about this, but the first one would be is you're a liar, because I think birthday cake is what I wrote down.
Oh,
Birthday cake is like
I do like that one.
it's your jam, right? Like whenever we're at home and you're like, oh, I really want some ice cream. And usually if we go get ice cream, you're like, I love birthday cake, with the sprinkles and everything. But when I was writing down the answer, the last thing you had said to me about cake or ice cream was I just really want this like double fudge chocolate ice cream. So I took a gamble, and I'm wrong. I'm wrong, AJ. I'm
Darn
wrong.
it. All right. Well, we're still at 2-1.
Yeah, don't know anything about it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
All right. Who's the better driver? And you can't say the Tesla autopilot.
Elon Musk. I don't know. I think we're both great drivers. This is hard, because I feel like that I have to go home with her after this, and you don't, So
I know. I get to. I'm so lucky. I get to go home.
you are, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna go with me.
You're trying to tie it up to make it 2-2.
I'm trying to. I also feel bad with that answer, but I have no tickets. I have a completely clean record.
I don't have tickets either.
Oh, I thought you had at least 7.
You wrecked a car once.
That's true. I did.
Not bad karma.
Jess is the better driver.
I'm a better driver.
Jess is the better driver. I'll say that.
Okay.
What was her answer? Wow, you're selfish.
Okay. All right. We're tied up.
Oh, wow.
So now we have the tiebreaker question.
Oh God.
And this is the hard one.
That was nice about that one.
Who makes the better wine?
On my paper, I said no comment.
Oh.
Oh, that's the good answer.
I
That-
said you,
Well, I love you very much.
so I win.
You win.
There you go.
You always win. You're a winner. I married a winner.
Yes, you did.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you all for that. It's always
of course,
fun.
yeah,
It's
it's
always
fun.
fun.
Totally. I love it.
Yeah.
It's great.
That is fun.
We'll see how many arguments we'll get in. We'll let you know.
I appreciate
Shoot you
it.
a text.
We'll
yeah.
do a follow up
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
We'll meet you in therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So traumatizing.
Yeah.
Do I have to take sides in therapy?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Good point.
Oh damn.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
gonna
damn.
be rough. Just matters, what wine you want to get bribed with the most. That's all
Right.
that matters.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's tough.
I might venture toward bubbles.
Yeah. Well, that's a good call.
Oh.
Easy
Yeah.
call. Speaking
Yeah.
of the bubbles, do we want to go with Oregon on this?
Yeah.
I think we'll go with Oregon. Is it Oregon?
I will say it's Oregon.
Okay.
I have some rapid fire questions.
Okay, go
Ooh.
for it.
And then I'll do the reveal.
Perfect.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Who is your favorite artist to listen to during harvest?
Post
Post
Malone.
Malone.
Boom. That was quick.
Just rekindled it all, yeah.
Favorite indulgent food?
Hamburgers.
Oh. Harvest notes, digital or handwritten?
Digital.
Both.
Okay. If you could choose a superpower, what would it be?
To eat as much pizza as I want and not gain weight.
That would be amazing.
Luck.
Luck?
Luck.
Okay. Favorite superhero?
Spider-Man.
I don't have one.
Okay.
Right answer was your husband.
Oh.
You could say King Bowie.
King Bowie.
Yeah, there you go. That's a
Yeah.
good call.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Last book you read, it could be digital, it could be audible, it could be, actual physical book.
Atomic Habits.
That's a good book.
Howard Zinn's A People's History.
I've never heard of that one.
It's a great book.
Okay.
You should read it.
All right.
I like it, yeah.
I'll have to take that. Okay. All right. Time to reveal the wine.
Perfect.
Okay.
So Oregon.
You want to guess the year before he does it?
Yeah, I want to say like 2015, 2016-ish. And I'm not sure about Blanc de Blanc. It could be Blanc de Noir as well, but I kind of think it's Blanc de Blanc.
I think it's Blanc de Blanc, and I think it's 16.
Okay. Well, it is Oregon 2018.
Oh,
Oh,
Blanc,
2018.
918.
Blanc de Blanc from Corollary, the
Nice.
ex Omni Vineyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were just talking about how you love those people a lot.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's rad. Thank
Yeah.
you for that.
Oh, yeah.
That's delicious.
And I just had that at Red Hills Market.
Yeah. Oh, you Why'd you
No, I
say
had
it out
the
loud?
brew.
Yeah. That's good.
Nice.
They did a
Yeah.
great
It was
job.
good.
Yeah, no, I like what they're doing up
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the label too. It's a dope label.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, their packaging's good. The bubbles are good.
One last question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who has a better poker face?
I think I probably do on that one.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I got a card trick for you.
Oh God.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
So you're a magician.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you want to, take the deck of cards, shuffle them, however you want to, do whatever you want to.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is see how good of a poker face you have.
This will be great. I'm already kind of in a funny mood, so.
It's the bubbles.
It's the bubbles.
Everyone's
Could just
happy,
all be like the airy questions that you asked me about
Tesla
to
and
pass. I'm like, holy crap.
yeah, and your CD being on eBay for $3.95.
Yeah, that was impressive. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do is put a card down one at a time.
Okay.
And you tell me to stop.
Okay.
All right. So whenever you want to, just tell me to stop.
Stop.
Okay. Do you want this card or do you want this card?
The one that you're pointing at now, the top one.
Okay. So take that card. Don't let me see what it is.
Okay.
And if you want to, show Jess. So it.
Well, hang on. If she doesn't have a good poker face, probably you don't want her to see it, right?
Okay.
Well, then you'll read her too.
I won't look at her. I'll just look just at you.
Fair enough.
I'm going to blow it.
Okay. So go ahead and put the card back here on the top of the deck.
Okay.
All right. So what I'm going to do, just for giggles, I'm going to cut it a couple times. Right. That way, you have absolutely no idea where your card is.
Okay.
So would you agree? Like, I have no idea what your card is. There's no way. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just kind of get a vibe.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to see what Tesla music I hear going on, and just do a little bit of deduction here. And I think you've seen your card.
I hope I remember it, but yeah.
Okay. I hope you remember it. Well, you got to back up just in case.
I remember it.
Right. So now we have red cards. We have black cards, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to put them in piles. Now this is where the poker face comes in at.
Okay.
I'm going to put my hand over the red deck. I'm just going to look at your face and then do the same for the black deck.
Okay. Fair.
All right. So poker face time.
Okay.
Here we go. Oh, that's not a poker face.
Well, I mean, maybe it is,
Okay, that could be. All right. All right, your card is a red card. So now we have diamonds and we have hearts. So now we're going to kind of do the same thing. All right. Diamonds. Ooh. Yeah, now he's just playing with me. Okay, and then we have hearts. Okay.
It's a hard one.
It's a hard one? Okay. So, I know that your card is not a 2, not a 3, not a 10, not a 5, not a 7, not a 6, but the Jack of Diamonds.
Wow. That's not my card. I'm just kidding. It is my card.
Oh my God.
That's
How'd you
impressive.
do that?
See, my thought process was I'm just going to try to be as happy as possible about any solution.
Right.
And clearly there was a giveaway. So never playing poker with you and also not posting anything personal on Instagram anymore.
Well,
100%.
so I kind of wanted to do this because one of your favorite...
Very impressive.
Thank you. One of your favorite wineries in Walla Walla is Sleight of Hand.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. It is.
Yeah.
We love that place. We love Trey.
Yeah.
Makes great wines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That was impressive. I would ask the trick, but I don't want to have you reveal your secret. So.
Well,
It's inappropriate.
well, it's fun. It's fun. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the questions that I have.
Awesome.
I really appreciate your time.
Thank
in
you.
Doing this. This was a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We had a
thank
great
you.
time. Thank you
Yeah.
so much,
Yeah.
man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah.
That
Cheers.
was easy.